Being entrusted with the life and the welfare of another creature, it kind of changes your perspective. You know, it may even give you a different worldview.
Penny is a proud graduate, adopted by Susan Bennett almost 7 years ago. One of about 80 rescues placed each year.
Sit. I love the dual purpose of it helps a dog that needs a home, and at the same time, it helps the inmates to help them really learn those life skills.
Meaningful connections on all sides, and living proof that you can teach an old dog new tricks. Maura Barrett, NBC News.
Thanks for watching Early today. I'm Jessica Layton. We hope you have a great weekend and a safe, happy, healthy new year.
Sundays are for football. WNKY 40 is your go-to for the NFL. Watch games all day on WNKY, CBS 40, and NBC 40.
You're not going to want to miss this.
Jeopardy, like the Everest of trivia.
Spit and truth therapy.
What is Equus?
Nitroglycerin. Avignon.
Hyperglycemia. You got revenge on that category.
I sure did.
Weeknights at 6 on WNKY, NBC 40.
You realize what time it is?
What time is it?
It's MeTV time.
Me? Watch me.
MeTV has more than 60 memorable TV series airing every week.
Perry Mason.
Bonanza.
Andy.
Mama.
Carol. All in the family.
The Three Stooges.
Max. Oh, clearance sale.
It's always a good time to watch MeTV.
Oh, where are they?
Watch WNKY, MeTV 40 on these local channels.
MeTV.
Memorable
Entertainment.
Television.
Well, welcome to the final News 40 Sunrise Show of the year. I'm News 40 meteorologist Darius Mack, tracking some wintry precipitation chances as we go throughout this morning and especially throughout your Friday. Right now, we're not seeing anything out there to start off, but here's a live view courtesy of the AAA Systems live camera. It's, of course, a chilly start to the morning. I'm going to be tracking the timeline on when we can expect those snow showers to wrap up coming up just ahead. News 40 Sunrise starts right now.
Coming up on News 40 Sunrise. New Year's is right around the corner, and you might be thinking of getting out and active in 2024. We'll have some tips on what experts say to do to safely work out in the cold. Then, the way our food labels look in the grocery store may be changing. Find out why experts say this might have an impact on the way people shop for their groceries. Plus, we'll find the latest that's going down on Capitol Hill as election season gets closer and closer. News 40 Sunrise starts right now. Good morning, everyone. Today is Friday, December 29th. I'm Ashley Wilson. Thank you for joining us here on News 40 Sunrise. We start with our top stories this morning. A missing teenager from North Carolina is home this morning after she was found in Lincoln County, Kentucky, with a man that police say was keeping her hidden in the floor beneath his house. Police say Zachary Keith Jones met the 16-year-old victim on the internet, allegedly taking her from her home in North Carolina by convincing her he was much younger than he actually was. Police say when she realized how old Jones was, he threatened to kill her. After a domestic violence call was made on Christmas Day, police began to investigate where they discovered a room cut out into the floor that was covered with a rug where the teen was being held. The victim has been returned to her family, and Jones is being held in the Pulaski County Jail, where he now faces 30 different charges, including rape. City officials and lawmakers have been meeting monthly since July, looking into how to address the issue of mental health crisis in the public. The hope is to build a facility for law enforcement to transport individuals who are not necessarily breaking the law, but are in obvious need of assistance. According to statistics gathered by the committee, police in South Central Kentucky spend about 4 hours on mental health calls. State Representative Kevin Jackson says he plans to bring their proposal to Frankfort in the next legislative session.
When you adopt, you want to remember the 3-3-3 rule. So basically, it takes them 3 days to decompress, and then 3 weeks to learn a bit of your routine and start to get used to it, and then 3 months for them to really feel at home.
According to Jackson, this will be a great help to law enforcement and will cut down time on these calls to only around 10 minutes. He also says that this will prevent crowding jails even further, as folks who are suffering will be able to get help. This year is a budget year for the legislation, and Jackson said he's optimistic about obtaining the approximate $20 million needed to build the 40,000 square foot facility. And the holidays have come and gone, and many families got a new forever friend for Christmas, but shelter rates show a higher intake of returns comes after the new year hits. All local animal shelters are hoping no animal returns and that they do all find their forever homes. At the Bowling Green Warren County Humane Society, marketing coordinator Kate Holmes gives us a few tips on how to best acclimate to our new furry friends and hopefully learn to love and live with them forever. She mentioned an important rule new owners should follow after adopting.
When you adopt, you want to remember the 3-3-3 rule. So basically it takes them 3 days to decompress, and then 3 weeks to learn a bit of your routine and start to get used to it, and then 3 months for them to really feel at home.
Holmes also says that it's important to keep calm and be patient. Many pets need to decompress from the shelter. That was a first look at top stories. Now let's send it over to meteorologist Darius Mack for a first look at our forecast. Darius.
Thanks, Ashley. It's a chilly start to this morning. Temperatures generally into the 30s out there. This is a live view courtesy of the AAA Systems live camera looking towards the Justice Center this hour. And you're noticing clouds that are increasing out there, and even some parts of the area seeing some rain and snow showers already this morning. Temperatures I did mention in the 30s, 35 there to Woodbury, 36 there into Logan County, 39 here in Bowling Green. Winds are flowing in from the south and west, generally right around the 10-mile-an-hour range. Radar showing where we are seeing these blues. These are mainly snow showers that are drifting through right along I-165 there towards Butler County and towards Edmonson County through Grayson County. A lot of this not really making it down to at least accumulating to the ground, that is. That's because the road temperatures are just too warm, and also the air temperatures are too warm as well. But you want to watch out for some isolated slick spots on those bridges and overpasses this morning. Wave of low pressure, of course, stirring in those snow showers for us. Coming up, I'm going to be tracking the timeline on these snow showers and also more in your forecast, the end of the year forecast coming up just ahead. Weather on the 4 is brought to you by Deborah Rose, attorneys at law.
WNKY News 40, broadcasting live from the German American Bank studio in downtown Bowling Green.
I'm attorney Deborah Rose. I am committed to my clients across South Central Kentucky. But don't just take it from me. If you've been injured in a car wreck, I can help. Call our office today for a free consultation.
It's time, y'all. Come on. Hey, I know that I would not.
It's a new season from my new home in NYC. I feel good today. We're all new in New York. See what we did there? Clever.
So good. I got it.
Weekdays at 3 on WNKY NBC 40.
I'm Hugh Trimble
in the Atomic Ranch Band.
Tune in to hear some folk, some stories, some rock and roll. Hear our newest drummer this week on Marquee Backstage.
Check it out.
See you soon.
If being more active is a resolution for 2024, remember it's a year-long goal. Exercising is important to your health, even when the temperature dips. In today's Health Minute, News 40's Noah Fairber has some important cold weather workout tips.
Your 2024 health goals shouldn't take a break when it's cold outside.
Aside from the physical health benefits, outdoor exercise, especially in the winter, can help with things like reducing stress, anxiety and depression, which we often see higher levels of during the winter months, especially in
Sports medicine doctor Michael Tissot with Ohio State's Wexner Medical Center says exercising 12 months a year should be part of your lifestyle, not a burden. To safely exercise in the cold, Tissot says to dress based on the temperature and your activity, but wearing layers is important.
I'd be starting with like a synthetic base layer, a middle fleece, and then an outer insulated jacket, or a combination of a puffy warmth coat and an outer shell. The shell helps protect against rain and wind, and the inner puffy part of the jacket helps keep the warmth in.
Stay away from clothes made with cotton. Tissot says that material tends to trap in moisture close to the skin. If it's really cold outside, he says to keep extremities, like fingers, which are more vulnerable to frostbite, covered. And before you exercise, do a short 5 to 10 minute warm-up to get blood flowing to muscles.
Afterwards, after you're done exercising, a short cool down can help, and then sometimes stretching after exercise may be more effective than doing it before.
And watch out for sun exposure. You can still get sunburned in the winter, especially if it reflects off of snow. For WNKY News 40, I'm Noah Fairber.
Doctors are warning asthma patients about big changes coming to inhalers. Starting January 1st, the asthma inhaler Flovent, made by GSK, will disappear from pharmacy shelves. Physicians say an authorized generic version to take its place will work just as well. However, it doesn't appear to be covered as widely by insurers. Doctors are urging patients to take action now to get new prescriptions if needed and sort out coverage issues, especially since it's respiratory virus season. Industry insiders say GSK is discontinuing Flovent due to Medicaid rebate changes that would force the company to pay large penalties for hiking prices. Coming up next on News 40 Sunrise, find out the latest on what's going on at Capitol Hill ahead of election season.
Plus, I'm tracking cold shots for the rest of the year and chances for snow. That's all just ahead of my full forecast.
Feels good to be home.
Save big this weekend during Ashley's New Year's Bash. Thursday through Monday, get 25% off your entire purchase. Now is the perfect time to refresh your space. Shop the New Year's Bash this weekend only at Ashley.
The nursing home was supposed to keep your loved ones safe, no exceptions. Even in extreme circumstances, the basic standards must be met, no excuses. Bed sores, broken bones, malnutrition, and dehydration are just some of the warning signs of a nursing home that's not doing what they're supposed to do. If you suspect your loved one is the victim of nursing home neglect, get Hughes & Coleman and get it done. Call 800-800-4600. The safety of your loved one is all that matters.
J.C. Kirby and Son Funeral Chapels. When a person comes in and does their prearrangement, I can see it over the years that I've worked in this, how much it eases the family's minds. If you have 4 people, they have 4 different ideas of what they want. This settles that to where they say if that's what mom wanted, that's what dad wanted. You can see the relief on a lot of families' faces because all you do is say, what time do you want the funeral? What time do you want the visitation? And they can spend more time with their family members and friends in the grieving process. It just really takes a lot of burden off your family.
It's the picture-perfect season.
Gingerbread house. I mean, this is Pictionary. Yeah. Are you not entertained?
For festive family fun.
Ski.
Lodge.
Ski lodge.
Ski lodge.
Pictionary every weekday.
Hi, Paul.
Meet Opie Taylor. He's dramatic. A dreamer.
I wish that I get a B in arithmetic.
But most of all,
I think you're the best sheriff in the whole world.
he's devoted to Dad. It's Andy and Opie on The Andy Griffith Show.
Feels good to be home.
Save big this weekend during Ashley's New Year's Bash. Thursday through Monday, get 25% off your entire purchase or get 0% interest for 60 months with no down payment. Shop the New Year's Bash this weekend only at Ashley.
Maine is now the second state to remove former President Trump from its 2024 primary ballot, citing the 14th Amendment's clause against insurrectionists holding office. It comes almost a week shy of the 3rd anniversary of the January 6th insurrection. Jared Hill has the latest on the fallout.
This morning, the Trump campaign is vowing to challenge the decision by Maine's Secretary of State to remove the former president from that state's primary ballot.
I am mindful that no Secretary of State has ever deprived a presidential candidate of ballot access. And I'm also mindful that no presidential candidate has ever engaged in insurrection under Section 3 of the 14th Amendment.
The Trump campaign slammed the main official as a hyper-partisan Biden-supporting Democrat, accusing her of interfering in the election. Last week, Colorado Supreme Court also removed Trump from their primary ballot, also citing Section 3 of the 14th Amendment, which disqualifies a person who's engaged in insurrection from holding office. Both states have put their decisions on hold temporarily, pending appeal. And overnight, another state making a call on Trump. California's Secretary of State declined demands to remove the former president from that state's primary ballot.
We really need a decision from the United States Supreme Court to determine whether or not Donald Trump is qualified to run for and hold the presidency.
One of Trump's top GOP rivals, his former UN ambassador Nikki Haley, is now trying to clear up remarks she made Wednesday, not listing slavery when responding to an audience question in New Hampshire on what caused the Civil War.
It's a given that it's about slavery. To me, it was about but freedom.
The controversy as the former South Carolina governor was rising in the polls just weeks before the first primary voters cast their ballots.
That wraps up this morning's national news. Now it's time to send it over to meteorologist Darius Mack for a look at our forecast. Darius.
Thanks, Ashley. Tracking some cold shots and also chances for snow as we go throughout the end of the year. We're actually tracking some snow showers this morning mixed in with rain. Check out clouds and radar. We got this drifting in from northwest to southeast. This is all associated with the wave of energy, an upper level wave of energy that continues to pull in some cold air and also some light snow showers that are working their way through the region through southern Illinois, Indiana, and across western Kentucky, right and along the western Kentucky Parkway there. We take a closer view towards Grayson County, Ohio County, there even into Butler County. These are just generally light snow showers. And the ground temperature is just too warm. Also, the air temperature is just too warm, really, to have any of this stick. And it's just moving so light, ever so lightly through the area as well. So grassy and elevated surfaces, yeah, there's a possibility of seeing some snow on places like, say, your rooftop or, say, your deck or your patio. Those are areas that could pick up on some snow today. But really, as we go throughout the day, we're going to be tracking those snow showers moving through. Here's the wave of energy. And on the backside of this system, we are tapping into the cold side of the system. And as this continues to ride eastward, that's where we are getting in with that return flow of the moisture moving in. And so that's why we do have those snow shower chances to track as we go throughout your Friday. Live camera as we're taking a live look at the Justice Center, courtesy of the AAA Systems Live. Camera located at Reservoir Hill, and notice it's cloudy out there, got a little bit of a foggy look out there towards the Justice Center as well. Otherwise, temperatures, of course, on the chilly side, we are into the 30s in most locations, 35 degrees in Woodbury, 36 degrees there into Munfordville as well as into Glasgow. And winds flowing in from the west and southwest, modest winds, maybe around the 5 to 10 mile an hour range. I'm tracking cold shots of air. We got the first shot of cold air already this morning, and then a second wave dips in as we go throughout the weekend and into next year. So it's going to be a cold fill and also tracking snow before the year's up. How about that? Here's Futurecast as we go throughout the rest of your afternoon and evening. Again, light showers, and there could be times where you'll see rain and then also that rain mixing in with snow as we go throughout the day. Again, not expecting any major impacts out of this. You want to watch out, though, for those bridges and overpasses as they do freeze a lot quicker than the pavement. As far as things go for your Saturday morning time frame, we could be still tracking a few spotty chances for some showers out there. But as we go throughout the day, looks like it's going to be more of a seasonable feel, and it is going to be drier for the final Saturday of the year. By Saturday night, it's chilly. And then as we work into New Year's Eve, it's starting off chilly that morning. More clouds will start to stream in as we go later throughout the day. In fact, we are expecting some cloudy times. As far as how much snowfall we can expect, yeah, just generally light amounts out there. And again, on grassy and elevated surfaces is what these models are showing. New Year's Eve weather preview as we get you ready into the new year. It's going to be cloudy and chilly, temperatures in the 30s. And then here's your 7-day forecast with your weekend always in view. We got more News 40 Sunrise after this.
Not everything in life is as reliable as Spectrum Internet. But with
Spectrum, you know you're getting the most reliable internet speeds.
Dishes are done.
Know your internet has your back, even when nothing else does. Get the most reliable internet speeds for just $49.99 with Spectrum One.
Mental health symptoms are different for everyone. No matter what you're going through, I'm sorry, VA has new treatments to help you find your way to better.
Did you know that even if you quit smoking up to 15 years ago, that you could still be at risk for lung cancer? A lung cancer screening could save your life. If you are a current or former smoker between the ages of 50 and 80 years old, ask your doctor if you are eligible for a lung cancer screening. MedCenter Health Primary Care offers 8 locations across South Central Kentucky where you can get started.
Name something with a diamond in it.
Diamondback rattlesnake.
It's in the name. Name a low-calorie food you might make your edible underwear out of.
Salmon.
Watch it weeknights. Share it the next day.
Wild caught Norwegian teriyaki.
Sharing the fun.
Weeknights at 5 and 6:30 on CBS 40. WNKY News 40 is always on. Visit WNKY.com for your latest in local news, sports, and weather.
BlendJet is recalling nearly 5 million portable blenders. The company says it has received more than a dozen reports of overheating or fires and hundreds of reports of the blades breaking while in use. 50 people reported minor burns and cuts. The blenders were sold online and at Costco, Walmart, Target, and other stores between October 2020 and November 2023. The TSA predicts that today and Monday will be among the busiest airport travel days of the year, with more than 2 million passengers expected each day. The TSA is advising those who plan to fly this weekend to arrive early and bring an acceptable form of ID. AAA also expects an increase in road traffic on Saturday. And New Year's Eve is this Sunday. According to the finance website Wallet Hub, just over half of Americans plan to celebrate with family and friends. 64% of Americans plan to spend at least $50 on food and drinks. But if you're planning to travel to one of the 3 biggest U.S. cities, New York, Los Angeles, or Chicago, hope you saved up. The average cost of dinner and a show for a couple is $872. That's your CBS News Money Watch report. For more, log on to cbsmoneywatch.com. At the CBS Broadcast Center, I'm Carissa Lawson.
On some food labels, you can find nutritional information on the front of the packaging. Now, health advocates want it on all products, and the FDA is researching what those labels should look like. Natalie Brand has more information on what this means for the consumer.
Shoppers searching for detailed nutritional information currently have to look at the back of a package, but some health advocates want a more upfront approach.
The more accessible the information, the more likely the consumer is to make the healthier choice.
Dr. Peter Lurie is with the Center for Science in the Public Interest, which is pushing the FDA to consider labels like these mock-ups, alerting consumers to the amount of saturated fat, salt, and sugar on the front. Countries in Europe and South America already have this type of packaging, including these Oreos sold in Chile.
This is something that has been used in other countries, been shown to be effective. Time for the United States to play catch up.
But manufacturers say many products already have facts up front that give shoppers more info.
We feel pretty good about what we've done as an industry.
David Shavern, president of the Consumer Brands Association, says companies aren't opposed to future changes. They just want the FDA to consider more options.
What's your biggest concern?
It seems to be oddly constrained to some degree. Again, they're not looking at, for example, calorie disclosures, which we have asked them to include. They're not looking at disclosures around positive nutrients, which I think are important to consumers as well.
Shopper Carolyn Moss says the labels under consideration would probably lead her to healthier choices.
I think them putting that right on the front of the package would prevent me from buying a lot of things that I've
typically would buy. So kind of ignorance is bliss.
Nat Baldino isn't sold on the idea.
I don't think it'll make much of a difference.
The FDA is still researching the labels. Health groups who support the change hope for a decision next year.
That wraps up this morning's consumer news. Now it's time to send it over to meteorologist Darius Mack for another check of our forecast. Darius.
Thanks, Ashley. Today's forecast features Scooby, and Scooby says, oh, snow. It's not actually going to amount to much out there, but we're tracking snow chances out there this morning with temperatures right around 32 degrees out there at 7 a.m. As far as conditions go right now, we're taking a live look, courtesy of the AAA Systems live camera, towards the Justice Center this morning. We got those clouds that are around, and also tracking some snow showers into parts of the area already, especially there into Butler County. Currently 35 degrees there, so any snow that's falling not likely sticking on the ground and creating issues out there. With winds also flowing in from the south and west, it's a modest breeze right around the 5 to 10 mile an hour range. Here's radar showing the snow showers that are drifting through the area, especially there towards Butler County, towards Edmonson County, Grayson County, Ohio County. Again, these are just light snow showers that are working their way through right around an area of low pressure. Here is your commuter forecast on this Friday. We're going to be tracking those snow shower chances as we go throughout the day, and then it'll mainly end as rain for the PM drive. Don't go anywhere. News 40 Sunrise continues after this.
Bed sores, broken bones, malnutrition, and dehydration are just some of the warning signs of a nursing home that's not doing what they're supposed to do. If you suspect your loved one is the victim of nursing home neglect, call 800-800-4600.
Holidays for the Homeless has arrived at Leachman Buick GMC. Help impact lives within your local community by donating essential items needed this winter season. Items needed most are hats, coats, gloves, blankets, and sleeping bags. Leachman will be serving as the drop-off location now through January 1st. Let's share the love with those who need it most this holiday season. Brought to you by Leachman Buick GMC.
It's the picture-perfect season.
Gingerbread house. I mean, this is Pictionary. Yeah. Are you not entertained?
For festive family fun.
Oh, eggnog. We ran out of time. Ooh, Orlando looks confident. Hot chocolate? Hot chocolate. Gabrielle even gave us the season.
Watch all new episodes.
Ski
Live.
Ski lunch. Ski lunch.
Pictionary every weekday.
The nursing home made you an important promise. They promised to be a good home for your loved one and to provide professional care in a safe environment. Now the nursing home has broken that promise and you're left searching for answers. Get Hughes and Coleman and get it done.
Welcome back. Tracking some snow showers out there this morning that is drifting through south central Kentucky skies, especially towards I-165 through Ohio County and Grayson County and Butler County. These are just generally light snow showers, not amounting to much out there as the ground temperature is just way too warm. But I am going to be tracking a wintry feel for the rest of the year. That all just ahead. The time is 6:26. Now it's time to take another look at your top stories.
Welcome back and thank you for joining us here on News 40 Sunrise. I'm Ashley Wilson. Let's continue to our top stories. A missing teenager from North Carolina is home this morning after she was found in Lincoln County, Kentucky, with a man that police say was keeping her hidden in the floor beneath his house. Police say Zachary Keith Jones met the 16-year-old victim on the internet, allegedly taking her from her home in North Carolina by convincing her he was much younger than he actually was. Police say when she realized how old Jones was, he threatened to kill her. After a domestic violence call was made on Christmas Day, police began to investigate, where they discovered a room cut out into the floor that was covered with a rug where the teen was being held. The victim has been returned to her family, and Jones is being held in the Pulaski County Jail, where he now faces 30 different charges, including rape. City officials and lawmakers have been meeting monthly since July, looking into how to address the issue of mental health crisis in the public. The hope is to build a facility for law enforcement to transport individuals who are not necessarily breaking the law, but are in obvious need of assistance. According to statistics gathered by the committee, police in South Central Kentucky spend about 4 hours on mental health calls. State Representative Kevin Jackson says he plans to bring their proposal to Frankfort in the next legislative session.
They're not going to get the help necessarily that they need if they're ending up in jail behind bars. They need some type of mental health counseling. Maybe it's medication, maybe it's help getting off of drugs or alcohol, whatever it is. So we feel like this is a win-win situation for not only the law enforcement, our community, and for the individual who's having the mental health crisis.
According to Jackson, this will be a great help to law enforcement and will cut down time on these calls to only around 10 minutes. He also says that this will prevent crowding jails even further, as folks who are suffering will be able to get help. This year is a budget year for the legislation, and Jackson said he's optimistic about obtaining the approximate $20 million needed to build the 40,000 square foot facility. And the holidays have come and gone, and many families got a new forever friend for Christmas. But shelter rates show a higher intake of returns comes after the new year hits. All local animal shelters are hoping no animal returns and that they all do find their forever homes. At the Bowling Green Warren County Humane Society, marketing coordinator Kate Holmes gives us a few tips on how to best acclimate to our new furry friends and hopefully learn to live and love them forever. She mentioned an important rule new owners should follow after adopting.
When you adopt, you want to remember the 3-3-3 rule. So basically it takes them 3 days to decompress, and then 3 weeks to learn a bit of your routine and start to get used to it, and then 3 months for them to really feel at home.
Holmes also says that it is important to keep calm and be patient. Many pets need to decompress from a shelter. That was a look at top stories. Now it's time to take a look at your daily pet of the day.
I'm reporter Carlisle Coppins, and it's now time for your pet of the day, brought to you by Morgantown Bank and Trust. I'm here with Peter and Parker, and they are so fast, they're so curious. They're 2 years old and bonded, all right, y'all? Peter is pretty relaxed, he's pretty chill, he loves to cuddle, but Parker, he's got a lot of energy, okay? He is wild, and he loves to run and play. So if you're interested in adopting Peter and Parker, come down to the Bowling Green Warren County Humane Society and adopt Peter and Parker today.
What a duo, Peter and Parker.
What a pair. They are cute. So they balance each other out, it seems. One is calm, one's a little wild, but they both are so deserving of a forever home.
They are. So be sure to stop by and help Peter and Parker find a new forever home to go to from the Bowling Green Warren County Humane Society. Well, coming up after the break, I'm going to help you plan out your day, the News 40 Weatherway. Don't go anywhere.
You're not going to want to miss this.
Jeopardy, like the Everest of trivia.
You got to unleash the power.
You know, I like that, yeah. Weeknights at 6 on NBC 40.
When you come in and open an account with us, you can choose to have a shelter pet card. Whenever you use that card and swipe it as a credit transaction, it triggers a donation back to the animal shelters.
They're able to help the shelter in such an easy way.
It's a way to help remotely, and you know that your money is going to be used well. It really means a lot to be a local bank now. We just try to give back in any way we can.
Make a move in the most electrifying Honda vehicles yet. Like the CR-V and Accord, with available hybrid powertrains designed for more responsive performance, more fuel efficiency, and more advanced tech. When you drive a Honda, you're driving with the 2022 Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com Best Value brand. Get moving and find the Honda CR-V Hybrid or Accord Hybrid for you.
By reaching out to Pathways, we can do a non-medical assessment to help you determine what best fits the needs of your family member. Call Pathways today to be better informed to make better choices.
Tune in for my new game show, Person, Place, or Thing. This thing was an event that took place on a dairy farm, and it was not my after-prom party. It'll have you guessing along at home.
Is this Woodstock?
Get your guess on.
On WNKY, NBC 40.
You're not going to want to miss this.
Jeopardy, like the Everest of trivia.
Spitting truth there. What is Equus?
Nitroglycerin. Avignon.
Hyperglycemia.
You got revenge on that category.
I sure did.
Weeknights at 6 on WNKY, NBC 40.
Weather on the 4th to get you out the door. The time is 6:33. It's chilly out there, tracking a wintry feel and even some wintry stuff that are falling out of south central Kentucky skies this hour. This is the live view of the Justice Center and also downtown Bowling Green Cruise with the AAA Systems live camera. And so far, we're starting off with mostly cloudy skies. A few flying flakes can't be ruled out in parts of the area right now, but some areas, especially into Butler County, seeing some light snow showers this morning. Temperatures, though, into the 30s. It's 35 degrees into Woodbury, 36 in Munfordville. So all of these numbers not quite at the freezing mark. So anything that does fall, it's not likely sticking. As far as those winds go, those winds are flowing in from the south and west. A modest breeze right around the 5 to 10 mile an hour range. There's the snow showers as they continue to drift in from northwest to southeast. Your full forecast coming up in the next little bit. But in the meantime, I'll send it over to Ashley.
Thank you, Darius. It's time for this morning's edition of Sunrise Spotlight. And joining me this morning is Felicia Bland, here to tell us all about how we can get out and celebrate Martin Luther King Jr. Day right here in our community. Felicia, good morning.
Good morning.
It's so nice to have you here.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, to be here.
So we were just saying it's amazing how the celebrations jump from one to another, and we're already talking Martin Luther King Jr. Day.
Yes. Our committee has been working very diligently throughout the summer to secure the speakers and the guest soloists and all. So it's almost here.
It is a couple weeks away.
Yes.
So, and it's not just one day, it's over the span of a few days. So tell us what that looks like.
Well, actually, we will begin on, I think there's a program on the Wednesday night, because normally we would have our kickoff program on a Wednesday night. But because we support that youth program, we will begin our night on Wednesday, actually Thursday. So on Thursday evening at State Street Baptist Church, 6 o'clock, we will start our kickoff program, and it will be entitled Hidden Voices of the Dream. So the people who were behind the movement, that's who we will feature. We have several guest soloists and artists that will be with us to kick off and set the atmosphere, so to speak, for the week of activities.
Yes, and so starting that Thursday, will you have something every day leading up to Martin Luther King Jr. Day?
Well, there are other organizations that are sponsoring things, so we're having maybe more of a collective type of events that will be going on that you'll hear about as we get closer to the date. But we start on that Thursday, and then we jump to that Monday with the commemorative breakfast at the Parker Bennett Curry School, and the tickets are $15. They will be available at the Housing Authority as well as the Human Rights Commission, and then we'll go from there to downtown Bowling Green, where we'll have our commemorative march, and then on to, again, back to State Street Baptist Church for the main program.
And so who are you looking to bring out for this event? Is this open to everyone?
Absolutely, absolutely. With the exception of the breakfast, of course. Everything is completely free. We work diligently all throughout the year to make sure that we raise funds so that all of our activities can be inclusive as well as free to the public. So we invite everyone to come and join us. We're going to have a dynamic lineup of soloists and speakers, and it's something that you definitely don't want to miss.
Well, if you have something to do with it, I know it will be an amazing event, an amazing weekend.
Thank
you for being here and sharing.
Thank you, we appreciate it.
Yeah, we look forward to celebrating here in just a few weeks.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, thank you, Felicia. That wraps up this morning's Sunrise Spotlight, and when we return, meteorologist Darius Mack is back with a full look at your forecast. Stay close.
Right now, a brand new move-in ready Jayco home is more affordable than you might think. Jayco Homes has the gift of a low 5.5% 30-year fixed interest rate that's guaranteed for the life of your loan. You'll enjoy open, spacious living, and your home will be protected with our exclusive 210 home warranty, backed by our full-time service department. Find your dream home today at jaycohomes.com. Yes, you really can be home for the holidays.
Tuesday, spend the night
Strap in, baby.
with family.
I'm not in favor of lying. Lying is what parents need to do sometimes to build trust.
Last season's #1 new comedy is back.
I'm already regretting this.
Feel free to dive in anytime. The water's weird.
Then John Cryer returns. You're early in television's most anticipated new comedy.
Do you think less of me because I was married to him for 17 years?
Yes.
Night Court and Extended Family. Tuesday on NBC and Peacock.
It's time, y'all.
Come on! May I know that I wouldn't have.
It's a new season from my new home in NYC. I feel good today. We're all new in New York. See what we did there? Clever.
So good. I got it.
Weekdays at 3 on WNKY, NBC 40.
Tracking some cold shots and also some wintry stuff flying through south central Kentucky skies as we are rounding out the end of the year. I'm News 40 meteorologist Darius Mack. The time is about 6:39 and we're tracking showers, rain showers mixing in with snow that's drifting in from northwest to southeast through southern Illinois, Indiana, and across western Kentucky right along the Western Kentucky Parkway. Closer views, we take a little radar tour towards Grayson County, Butler County, Edmonson County, even into Warren County. Just some light snow showers, and again, these aren't going to do much. In fact, the ground temperatures are just too warm. The air temperatures are just too warm for anything to really stick out there. As far as things go, clouds and radar showing that wave of energy. This is an upper level low. What we're doing or getting in on is the cold side of this system as it continues to slide eastward, and with any precipitation, that's why we are tracking, of course, that mixture with snow showers and rain out there. Live cameras, we're looking towards downtown Bowling Green this hour. There's the Justice Center, courtesy of the AAA Systems live cam, and this is all showing clouds that are overhead and also some areas could be seeing a few flying flakes out there to start off this morning. Temperatures into the 30s. Again, not going to amount to much if you do see any snow out there. If we do see any accumulations with snow, it'll likely accumulate, say, on your patio or maybe on a table that you have outside, something like that, that's just freezes quicker. Watch out for those bridges and overpasses, though, if you are traveling out and about. Winds and wind speeds. We got those winds that are flowing in from the west and southwest. A modest breeze right around the 5 to 10 mile an hour range to start off this morning. And it is, of course, going to be staying cold for the rest of the year. Wow, that map was really zoomed in there. We're going to be tracking cold shots of air. Another cold shot that arrives as we go throughout the end of the year and especially into your new year, where temperatures will be struggling to make it into the 40s for those daytime highs. Let's check out your futurecast with your communities in view. A few passing showers. And again, that will be with a mixture of snow as we go throughout the rest of the day today. So we'll have those chances throughout the day. They'll be spotty. We're not expecting an all-day snow or all-day rain today. It will be cloudy, though, for the most part, and it will be chilly. Temperatures into the 30s as we start off for your Saturday, the final Saturday of the year. And as we go throughout your Saturday afternoon, a seasonable feel with less clouds. It's going to be another chilly night, Saturday night. We work into your New Year's Eve, and we're starting off chilly, and then clouds will increase as we go throughout the day. As far as how much snowfall we can expect, this is one model run not really showing much. And then our in-house model run really not showing much either. So again, not really expecting much snow out of this today or any really major impacts. New Year's Eve, a little weather preview there. Forecast 33 degrees, cloudy times, and it will be chilly as we ring in 2024. Let's check out your 7-day forecast. And temperatures into the 40s as we go over the next stretch of days, maybe a 50-degree reading on Sunday, but we're back in the 40s Monday on New Year's Day. Going to keep temperatures in the 40s into next week and also into next year, and it's for a chance that by the middle part of next week we could be tracking another system with some wintry flavor to it. Overnight lows into the 20s and 30s. And now it's time to announce the winners of this week's Soki's Birthday Club, and the winners are Jace Holly and Michelle Miller. You two can sign up for Soki's Birthday Club by visiting WNKY.com/birthday. Now let's wish our friends happy birthday in today's Soki's Birthday Club.
big this weekend during Ashley's New Year's Bash. Thursday through Monday, get 25% off your entire purchase. Now is the perfect time to refresh your space. Shop the New Year's Bash this weekend only at Ashley.
At Brewster's, we believe life is a celebration. Don't limit yourself to birthdays or holidays. Create a custom cake anytime. Our creamy homemade ice cream catapults the ordinary into the extraordinary. Treat yourself today at Brewster's.
Home is more than a house. Wherever you are in your journey of homeownership, German American Bank is here to support you. Our team of dedicated mortgage loan professionals can help you with lending solutions featuring low or no down payment, assistance for closing costs and improvement projects, or even loans specifically for first-time home buyers. We're here to tell you, homeownership is achievable. German American Bank, member FDIC.
I'm Hugh Trimble.
In the Atomic Ranch Band.
Tune in to hear some folk, some stories, some rock and roll. Hear our newest drummer this week on Marquee Backstage.
Check it out.
See you soon.
Name something with a diamond in it.
Diamondback rattlesnake.
It's in the name. Name a low-calorie food you might make your edible underwear out of.
Salmon.
Watch it weeknights. Share it the next day.
Wild caught Norwegian teriyaki.
Sharing the fun.
Weeknights at 5 and 6:30 on CBS 40. WNKY News 40 is always on. Visit WNKY.com for your latest in local news, sports, and weather.
Feels good to be home. Save big this weekend during Ashley's New Year's Bash. Thursday through Monday, get 25% off your entire purchase or get 0% interest for 60 months with no down payment. Shop the New Year's Bash this weekend only at Ashley.
WNKY News 40 is always on at WNKY.com.
Welcome into sports. Some big news broke for a current WKU football star earlier this week. Former South Warren quarterback Caden Veldkamp officially announced via social media that he'll be returning to the Hill next season. Prior to the Tops Bowl game against Old Dominion, Veldkamp announced he was in the transfer portal, but Veldkamp shined as he led WKU to a historic comeback victory in the famous Toastery Bowl. The Tops and Veldkamp will look for a big 2024 season. Well, the WKU Lady Toppers are set to return to Diddle Arena tonight. The 8-6 Tops are coming off a loss to Missouri State, 69-68, before the holiday weekend. The Hilltoppers will now welcome West Virginia State in search of win number 9 on the season. We will have that full recap and final score later tonight at 10 p.m. Well, today is game day for Kentucky football team as the Cats are set for a matchup with Clemson in the TaxSlayer Gator Bowl. The Cats finished the regular season with a 38-31 upset win over Louisville and will be riding that momentum into this afternoon. On the other side, the Tigers finished the season 8-4, and head coach Mark Stoops respects the program at Clemson.
We're playing a great opponent. You know, like to recognize Dabo, Coach Sweeney, for what he's done. The consistency with what he's won is really, truly amazing. He's done a remarkable job, and they have another very good team this year, finishing with 4 straight victories. We know how talented they are. They're just a very talented team. I could go on and on about them.
That's a look at sports. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Patrick. New Year's Eve is sneaking up on us, and now is the time you may be thinking of those resolutions, like going to the gym or picking up a new hobby, but those resolutions tend to fall through within the first few months of the new year. So what would it take to make this year different to stick to your goals? News 40 reporter Tucker Covey spoke with a professional to learn more about maintaining your New Year's resolution. Take a look.
When making a goal for the new year, it is very important to find specific things and make sure that they are truly attainable.
The most important thing to think about when you're making a resolution is, number one, that it is realistic and doable for you. So if you set a goal to lose weight in 2024, that's not realistic for most people because you don't have full control over the scale. Okay, what you do have control over are the healthy choices that you make.
This mindset lends itself to making incremental, healthy choices, such as smoking fewer cigarettes or eating out less. These small changes can add up over a year to bigger changes in our lives.
We don't realize every little bit of progress is great. because we're not going to be perfect. So a lot of times when we're not perfect, we give up almost immediately. And for most people, it's not realistic to be perfect. So in sticking to that, we have to realize that sometimes progress looks like 3 steps forward and 2 back.
There will definitely be setbacks on this journey, but Widener says one of the best ways to keep up is a buddy to keep us on track.
I think it's huge to have a coach, a spouse, a friend, a family member, somebody that's going to hold you accountable. Because at the end of the week, you know, when they text you or they call you or that coworker walks by your door and says, "Hey, did you get your 10,000 steps in every day this week?" You don't want to report no. Most of us, when we're being held accountable, we want to be able to say, yes, I did.
The more successful you are often means the better the goal you set. And keeping up for a year can have positive benefits in and of itself.
I think keeping that goal for a year, you hold yourself accountable. You let yourself know that you can show up and you can do this. But again, I think you've probably set a really good goal for yourself.
In Bowling Green, because local matters, Tucker Covey, WNKY News 40.
Still to come on News 40 Sunrise, find out how one senior center got a surprise visitor in today's Feel Good Friday. Plus, hear a check of your forecast with meteorologist Darius Mack. After this break, stay close.
Looking to shop for a cause or to donate to a local nonprofit store? Visit the Habitat Restore of Bowling Green, located at the corner of 8th and Center across from the Bowling Green Ballpark. Call or visit our website today to learn more.
Uh-oh, you heard a screech outside at night, but you can't see what it is because there's not enough light. You need the Bionic Floodlight from Bell & Howell, the solar-powered motion-activated multi-directional floodlight that showers a super span of light. Simply stake it in the yard or mount it anywhere around your home. The onboard solar panel absorbs the sun all day to energize a flood of light at night. No wires or installation frustration. Place them in the ground to illuminate walkways and entryways, or mount it to keep unwanted critters away. Adjust the panels to light your deck and your food on the grill at the same time. Add light by the hot tub or pool. Host the nighttime neighborhood hoops games and enjoy the great outdoors at night. And right now, it's yours for just $29.99, and the shipping is free. Order now and we'll send a second Bionic Floodlight. Just pay a separate fee. And when you call, ask about the contractor's discount on the 4-light family pack. Here's how to order.
Call 1-800-306-9072. That's 1-800-306-9072, or order online at bionicfloodlight.com.
Sundays are for football. WNKY 40 is your go-to for the NFL. Watch games all day on WNKY, CBS 40, and NBC 40.
You're not going to want to miss this.
Jeopardy, like the Everest of trivia.
Spit and truth therapy.
You gotta feel smart if you wanna look smart. Be smart, be smart, think smart, talk smart, be smart. You are smart, smarty pants.
What is Equus?
Nitroglycerin. Avignon.
Hyperglycemia. You got revenge on that category.
I sure did.
You got to unleash the power. Woo! That's the path to Jeopardy success.
You know, I like that, yeah.
Yes.
Weeknights at 6 on WNKY, NBC 40.
Tune in for my new game show, Person, Place, or Thing. Hopscotch. Someone came to play.
On WNKY, NBC 40. WNKY News 40 is always on at WNKY.com.
We look to Minnesota for today's Feel Good Friday, brought to you by J.C. Kirby & Son, where folks at a senior living facility are learning that a new year can mean new and even sometimes unlikely friends. Check it out.
I'm feeling pretty good about it. Should be fun.
At New Perspective Senior Living, a belated Christmas present is about to arrive.
Today we're expecting a fun surprise animal.
A packed crowd welcomed not a therapy dog,
Hello.
but a therapy donkey.
Tiptoe is 2 years old, so he's a little toddler. We still call him a baby.
A 250-pound baby, to be exact. Instead of having a lap dog, you could have a lap donkey
There
here.
you go.
Tiptoe, also known as Tippy, makes the rounds every so often.
Do you want to touch him?
His handler, Tabea Brockman, says he welcomes the love
He wants a hug.
after a rough start in life.
His mom decided she doesn't want to be a mom, and she stomped him. So he was in the ICU for a while. He's just a little miracle donkey, so now he's giving back.
And they also believe that his visits help people struggling with memory loss.
Hi. We got tears. We had people talking that didn't talk for a long time.
Giving them that opportunity to see an animal like this come to where they live in our community.
You're getting a hug.
It's just amazing.
We've had dogs, we've had cats, we've had volunteers. We've never had a donkey.
Even though he hops out of the trailer, he needs a little help getting back in. When visiting time is over, Tiptoe comes back here to his stable in Hamel, which looks a little bit like a dorm room. But his day isn't quite over.
Tiptoe is basically his eyes. He's running around with this little bell here, and so Ty can follow. He's right there.
Tiptoe is also a seeing eye donkey for a blind 10-year-old horse named Ty Ty. In a sense, he keeps the horse out of harm's way.
You can tell if the weather gets really bad. He will push him in the lean-to, which is over there.
All in a day's work for this little fella.
It's very special to see the smiles and the old people just being happy.
Tiptoe's owner, Aaron Larson, says he got his nickname because he will occasionally walk on the tip of his hooves. So far, he's visited about a half a dozen senior living facilities, and they plan to visit more eventually, wanting to look into going to centers in other states as well. And that was a look at this morning's Feel Good Friday. Now it's time to send it over to meteorologist Darius Mack for another look at our forecast. Darius.
Thanks, Ashley. And it's feeling chilly out there this morning with a little bit of some wintry flavor out there. As we're tracking some areas that are seeing some snow showers out there, maybe even seeing some flakes right now. As we're taking a live look at downtown Bowling Green, courtesy of the AAA Systems live camera to start off on the Friday, the last Friday of the year, here on the last sunrise show of the year. Temperatures into the 30s out there, 35 degrees in Woodbury, 36 in Munfordville, 36 in Scottsville, and winds flowing in from the west and southwest, a modest breeze right around the 5 to 10 mile an hour range. Radar showing the snow showers that are drifting in from northwest to southeast, closer towards Butler County and even into Warren County, seeing those snow showers cruising through, and also into Grayson County this hour. This is all moving around a wave of energy that continues to just kind of pivot these snow showers our way. So we're getting in on the backside of the system that's bringing us those snow showers and rain shower chances as we go throughout the day. Temperatures will struggle to make it into the 40s this afternoon. Hey, don't go anywhere. We're wrapping up News 40 Sunrise after this.
The nursing home made you an important promise. They promised to be a good home for your loved one and to provide professional care in a safe environment. Now the nursing home has broken that promise and you're left searching for answers. Call us at Hughes & Coleman for a free consultation. If your loved one suffered a serious injury or untimely death while in a nursing home, get Hughes & Coleman and get it done. Call 800-800-4600. Standing up for your loved ones is what matters now.
WNKY News 40 loves celebrating our viewers. That's why we bring you Soki's Birthday Club. Joining the club is free and simple. Visit WNKY.com/birthday, fill out the form, and click Submit. That's it. Your name will appear on News 40 Sunrise and News 40 at noon on your birthday, and you'll be entered to win a special birthday surprise. WNKY News 40 loves celebrating you because local matters. Soki's Birthday Club is brought to you by these great sponsors.
Hi, Paul. Meet Opie Taylor. He's dramatic. A dreamer.
I wish that I get a B in arithmetic.
But most of all,
I think you're the best sheriff in the whole world.
He's devoted to Dad. It's Andy and Opie on The Andy Griffith Show.
It's the picture-perfect season.
Gingerbread house. I mean, this is Pictionary. Yeah. Are you not entertained?
For festive family fun.
Oh, eggnog. We ran out of time. Ooh, Orlando looks confident. Hot chocolate? Hot chocolate. Gabrielle even gave us the season.
Watch all new episodes.
Ski
Lunch.
Ski lunch.
Ski lunch.
Pictionary every weekday. WNKY News 40 is always on at WNKY.com.
Well, here we are, the very last News 40 Sunrise of 2023.
Of 2023.
Can you believe it?
I honestly cannot, because, like, You know, I've always said this, between 2020 and now, it's just all been blended together
and
for
then
me.
it just feels
So
like it
it's
has just moved at lightning speed. But yeah, we'll kick off a brand new year, brand new month, brand new day. Starting next year, yeah. We won't have another show until next year.
Yeah, isn't that something?
Can you believe it?
Yeah, a whole other show, not until next year, guys. So
I really have to, I only have a weekend to come up with some intentions.
Yeah. So, you know, I'm thinking of, you know, because, you know, instead of saying resolutions, we're going with the idea of saying intentions.
Yes.
So my intention is, you know, to take care of myself more.
Yeah.
You know,
I like
self-care.
that.
So
it's a great one.
That's one of the intentions that I do have. So, you know,
yes,
whether that's
I think that's a good one. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Relaxing. Take care of yourself.
Yeah, it's important.
It is important. But there's so many other things. Of course, you know, there's always like, I want to eat better, drink more water. I really need to drink more water.
Everyone needs to drink water. Water is an essential thing to have.
But I saw someone on TikTok the other day. She was like, hydrate before you caffeinate. So that is an intention I'm going to start with. A big thing of water before I go towards coffee, because we all know I love my coffee here.
Yeah, and you'll need your coffee this morning because it's chilly,
Yes.
and temperatures today will only make it into the 30s this afternoon. We're tracking some areas that are seeing some snow showers this morning, and we'll have some chances throughout the day. It's not going to amount to much, and as we go through the weekend, well, it's going to be more of a seasonable feel and dry on Saturday for the most part.
All right, thank you, Darius, and thank you all for joining us this year in 2023. We look forward to seeing you right back here Monday morning in 2024 on News 40 Sunrise. Stick around, your network news is next, but here's what's coming up next week. Coming up in the new year on News 40 Sunrise, find out how you can change the life of one shelter animal and help them find a forever home in our daily Pet of the Day.
Plus, learn the story of how one local veteran has served our country in next year's Voices of Honor.
Then dive deep into a piece of local history with News 40's Talia Butler in our upcoming Throwback Thursday.
These stories and more coming up on News 40 Sunrise.
Only at 6 a.m. because local matters.